instruction call you will learn. Okay.
Okay.
So now after that we will go with Selenium. You are able to see my machine, right?
Yes, I can see your machine.
Then Selenium Ide. Then after Selenium server. So which is again two types. One is RC. Okay. Another one is WebDriver. Okay. Then we go with Selenium Grid. Okay. So this is what. So meanwhile, even we are learning, how to so a bit of HTML, XML. Okay. In Java, I'll be covering how to handle with different kinds of file systems like TXT files, XLS files, XLSX files. Okay. Dot property files. Okay, property files. So these all are how it is required. You will learn one by in step by step. So right, when we design framework, so by with this kind of data we need to put in Excel. Okay, you come across multiple automation tools, right? In QTP also you use Excels for input data, right? Test data.
Yeah.
So some text files. It depends upon situation. You will use different kinds of file systems. So that all we learn even here in this course. Okay. So this is what in a brief idea how our course will go. And finally, you will get a material. Okay, for Java, Selenium as well, and a sample framework on grid. So this you have to enhance later.
Okay.
Clear? So anything are you expecting anything apart from this? Any more?
Will you be giving some assignments after every class?
Yes.
Yeah.
The assignments, yes. The assignment is nothing but whatever I showed today in front of you. The same thing you have to do at your end. It's not just listening and just okay. So note down it. So whatever I did today, you have to the same code you have to develop at your end. So at the time you will face a lot of.
Okay, I'm sorry. When you say sample framework grid, is it something like dummy project?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the later that can be converted to any. So you can convert it to any other project or the same you can continue.
Okay.
So each and every project will go on a sample kind of application only, but finally it is a kind of a dummy project that you have to enhance. It's not a complete one. Okay.
Okay.
Anything?
And you are currently working on Selenium projects?
I'm a architecture for Center of Excellency, Automation Center of Excellency. So I design frameworks for QTP, Selenium, and other tools as well.
Yeah, it would be great if during the sessions maybe you already do that. It would be great to hear real-time examples and all the challenges that you face.
Yeah, that's what. See, my entire course will contain whatever the challenges we face, how did we overcome. So that's what I'm telling. Why we required all these file systems. Okay. So my exports or object repository is coming from one file, data is coming from other file, global data is coming from other file. Okay. So all these file systems will integrate with the web, driver script. From there it will be pumped to the scripts level.
Okay.
So that's what it is. The course is entirely, you will feel entirely different than others. Okay.
Okay.
So any expectations?
I had one question I had was with respect to the timing. What would be a good time for you?
My time 7 to 8 as of now. Right. Currently, one batch is going on QTP from QC. So it is my morning 5:30 to 7. So immediately when I complete that, I'll shift to this 7 to 8 for you as of now. Okay. So once the batch is it is going to complete within 1 week.
Okay.
Once that is completed, I can extend to 5:30 as well. I mean, if at all you are okay.
I
What is
will
your
send
time now?
you. Right now it is 8:45 p.m. So today, like it's Wednesday. Wednesday this time works for me. Monday and Friday I have other classes. So I will send you the dates and timing. You can have a look at it and let me know if that time works for you or not.
Yeah, it would be great if at all you mention IST time. Okay.
IST, okay.
Okay, but it is only a matter of 1 week. After 1 week, yes, we can. Okay, I think so. Your time early, around 6:30, we can start. Your time. That would be fine for you, right?
Yeah, actually, on all the 5 days I have other trainings. So, but the timing is different on different dates. So let me send you the list of dates and timing. I will convert in. I will give the IST as well. Then you can let me know.
Okay.
Shall I ping you right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just pinged you the timings.
So you will be attending on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
How is it? What is the duration of the entire course?
It depends. Like it may be 30 to 45 days if at all you are getting my subject. So if you want early, so that way also we can plan out.
And is it like in a group?
Yes, currently you are only available, and that's what I am telling. So I need to have one more resource at least to start with. So Monday on, we'll start most probably.
Okay. And looking at the timing, do you think this will work for you?
4:30 a.m., 8 a.m. The 4:30 a.m.s will not work out for me.
Yeah, that's too early. So that is when I have my class between 8 and 9 on Monday.
Been introduced by Jason Hawkins in 2004 when he was working with ThoughtWorks in Chicago. So initially, when he has developed a code to run a browser objects, okay, run the browser actions by writing HTML, the two DHTML or JavaScript. He has written a JavaScript and it with a combination of DHTML. Okay, so with that code, he is able to operate some actions on a browser, that too on Firefox browser. So it was the first time he realized that yes, I can run a browser without any tool, directly acting on the source code. Okay, so now when I say source code, you take any application, you will have a source code, right? Source, view source. So for instance, I'll take Google for simple understanding, right? If you say Google, so you have two buttons, one edit box, right? So the same thing you can find in page source, view page source. So there you go and Google search. It's a button name, right? You search for it. See, Google search is the topic, right? So where is it? This is what my object. What object it is? It is a button. What is the name of that button? It's a name property. Okay, label which will be we can see it in the front end, nothing but in presentation layer it will appear like this, the label like this. Okay, but the property name is this, ID is this. Okay, so with these properties he has able to run the application.
Okay.
So that's why Selenium is work for only web application. For instance, you take a desktop application like calculator, right click on this, you cannot find anything, or you cannot see the view
Source.
source page, right? So
Yeah.
that without source I cannot work.
Okay.
So that logic applied. So now that's why we say that Selenium will work for only web applications. Right. So now coming to Selenium, it will support for multiple browsers and multiple operating systems.
Okay.
You already worked on QTP, which will support for only IE and partially for Firefox. But Selenium will work for all the latest browsers and operating systems. And coming to QTP, it will work for only Windows. It cannot run on a Mac or a Linux or Solaris or something. But Selenium will support for all the operating systems as well. And it doesn't mean that, suppose you have a script. This you developed on a Windows operating system for IE browser. If you want to run that same script on a Firefox, you no need to develop another script for Firefox. The same script you can execute on a Firefox as well. Okay?
No changes required? No adapters or?
Yeah, changes required, but in code you are mentioning that, so the instance name is Firefox now.
Okay.
Previously it is IE, a simple change you have to make. With that you can get the control of Firefox as well. So now this time it will run Firefox. So generally we will write in a code like, if at all I said like Firefox, Firefox should be launched. If I say IE, IE should be launched. That way you will write a code in if and else conditions or case statements. So based on your input, it will launch that particular browser.
Okay.
Clear? So the intention is you no need to develop a separate script. The same script will run on different browsers.
Okay.
And Selenium features like it is a open source automation tool for web applications. It has rich functions and the operations are very high, flexible, and can be executed on multiple platforms as well.
Okay.
Okay. So now Selenium is having 4 flavors: Selenium Core, IDE, Server, and Grid. Selenium Core. What is Selenium Core? So Selenium Core is having rich functions. It will directly run on a browser. Okay. So the code which you have developed, so that will interact a system, another third-party machine. Through third-party machine, it will hit the your application server. So this is called cross-site scripting. So I have my core instructions. Assume I will pass my core instructions to your machine, so that from your machine you are accessing the whatever the application is there. Right. So this is called cross-site scripting. But now the latest technology has changed. So because the hackers are attacking the similar fashion. So hackers will send some packets of information to your machine. Okay. Then the instructions based on your hacker's instructions, your machine will work. It will hit the server and it will get the information. Then it is nothing but without your control, the hackers are controlling your machine. Right. So now technology got changed to attack. So control these hackers. Now they are not allowing this cross-site scripting. Right. They are not allowing. So now not allowing in the sense, now the new technology came, that is same origin policy. From where the instructions are generated, it will listen to that machine only, not third party. So this is called violating cross-site. So our core is working in a cross-site scripting way, which is violating same origin policy, right? So that then our core was not working, right? So core was not working, so core got outdated. So then again, Jason Huggins realized that yes, I need to go in a different way. So to support this kind of technology. So he has invented 3 other flavors. Those are IDE, server, and grid.
Okay.
Right? So Selenium Ide, it is a introduction, that's why I'm just moving a bit fast. It is a basic information, right? So Selenium IDE is tightly integrated with the Firefox browser. It will work for only Firefox.
Okay.
So it is a plugin or add-on, you can say, for Firefox. So now you say this is Selenium IDE. So this, when you click on this, after installing, you will get a window like this, where you can record with this, okay, and run your test case or test suites. You can develop your commands here, okay. So everything you can do for only with the Firefox, right. So, but the drawback is it will work for only Firefox. Then how come it will support for multiple browsers, right? So they invented Selenium server. Now Selenium server is already, I told you, right? Selenium server is 2 types. One is RC. RC is called now, the version is 1.x.
Okay.
Version 1. Okay. Is called RC. Nothing but remote control.
Okay.
And WebDriver is called version 2. So now RC is outdated even. All are using WebDriver only. Because WebDriver is a combination of RC and WebDriver, new features. Clear?
Yeah.
So in again, coming to server, Selenium server, you will have a chance to work with, just a moment. Okay. So now Selenium server will provide you to work with multiple browsers, and it will provide a choice. So select your language as well. The instructions, whatever you want to pass. Okay. So you want to pass through which language? Either Java, Ruby, Perl, Python, .NET, or whatever. And you have a provision to work with multiple browsers. Okay. So coming to Selenium RC, in server you have 2 flavors. RC, in RC every time you have to launch a server manual. Okay, every time you have to launch the server manually. Then only your instructions will be routed through the server and the browser will be launched and executed.
Okay.
But in WebDriver, the launching server is by default. Automatically it will do. So no need to launch your server every time. Only the thing is that you develop code and execute it. So whatever the browser you mentioned in that code, it will be executed on that. Okay. So now you have choice of selecting your language, C#, JavaScript, Python, Pro, PHP, Ruby, Java, whatever. Okay. And it will support for other frameworks as well, like NUnit, JUnit, TestNG. So these all are the not generic frameworks, separate frameworks which you have some advantages. So these frameworks are having used when you want to run multiple instances. Okay. So NUnit is very specific to .NET. JUnit is by default recognized by Java. And next generation Java testing, nothing but TestNG. It's called TestNG. It's a kind of new framework which is having the advantages of NUnit and JUnit as well. The best practices of these 2 frameworks have been taken and released as a new framework is called TestNG. So with this also it will be integrated. Okay. And the drawback of the Selenium server, what is the drawback? You can parallelly run on browsers. I mean, not parallelly. You can run on any browser, but one by one only, one after other. But here the idea came in a different way. Can't we run the same? I have 10 scripts. Can't I run the same scripts on a multiple? Multiple instances. Nothing but the idea behind this grid is. So now you have 10 scripts. To execute the scripts, it will take 10 minutes if at all you execute one by one. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the idea behind this is, if I say 3 per instance, so 3 test cases will be executed each batch, so each group. So first 3 test cases at a time, same time. Second 3 same time, third 3 same time, and last 1. Right? Now what is the advantage of this? Within how many minutes? It will take only 4 minutes. Right? So you are saving time. The idea behind that is this. So now they to support that, they invented Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid support for parallel execution. Right? So parallel execution in a local machine or remote machine. So remote machine is nothing but my machine contain code assume, and your machine contain it's does not contain any code. So my machine is called hub. Okay, from hub I will send some instructions to node. Node is nothing but your machine. Okay, so from hub, when you send instructions, the instructions will be executed in a node, so your machine. So from here I can execute in your machine, or from in my machine only I can execute multiple instances or remote machines. Okay, so the provision is given like remote machine execution and local machine execution and parallel instances execution on different browsers and different operating systems as well.
Okay.
So this is what the advantage.
If you have a set of test suite and contains 10 test cases, you can schedule it to run on your machine, 5 of them, 5 other rest 5 in a remote machine at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
So that, but you have to write your code in a such format.
Okay.
Okay. Or you generally what we do is, so instead of doing that way, so when we go with compatibility testing, so the same code, I will run some test cases in my machine on F1 browser. The same time, the instructions will pass to your machine. So there you will be executing on a different browser.
Okay.
So parallelly 2 browsers will be completed.
Okay.
Right? So that way we generally follow. Right?
Yeah.
And that is what the advantage. Even Selenium support for mobiles, clouds, okay, everything. So this provision is grid is a very, very advanced technology which is not at all as of now any tool is not supporting with this.
Okay.
Right? And mobile also it will support, and moreover it is free. So 90% of the Selenium testers will use Java only. Why? Because, so selecting Java, why? Because so you have to select your code, right? So I mean coding style, which one you want to select in RC. So Java will be selected most of the time. Why? Because Java also free.
Okay.
When you go to coded, okay, .NET, you have to have license of Visual Studio. Again, it is a paid tool, right? So everybody will go with the Java only now. Okay. So that is what the why we go with Java, why we have to learn. So the Java again is having a very standard OOPS concepts, and it is very lightweight and a secure application. So that's why again we need to learn Java, OOPS concepts at least, okay, the basic things, and then after we go with the learning one by one.
Okay.
So any questions? This is what introduction about Selenium is giving an idea why Java, why IDE, why server, why grid has been introduced, what are the advantages over others, and all this.
Okay.
Any questions?
So every day you will be sharing the material?
Material in the sense you have to note down the class notes. So this will not be shared, okay? But whatever I teach in this, that you have to note down. But finally, so after completion, suppose Java has been completed. So I'll be sharing Java material for you, okay? So I have a lot of good stuff with Java, okay? So one by one daily I'll complete. And so if at all I share these notes on the first day itself, so you will go through this document only. So what I want is you have to do R&D. You have to collect some information from some different browsers. So that way you will grow up. So once I send this document, so you will be free. So everything will contain here, but you will feel that yes, okay, so the subject is vast, not only this. So definitely it will be shared to you, okay, but not in the initial stage. I don't want my students follow a particular kind of notes and think that this is what the only subject. So it is subject is very vast. Okay, you have lot of Java sites even. Okay, so if I teach one example, you collect different examples and try to understand. If at all you have any doubts, you just come to me. Okay, that way it should continue.
Okay.
So as discussed, I'll share my material as well. Yes, sample framework as well.
Okay. And one general question towards the end, you mentioned that Selenium is also, it also supports mobile testing.
Yes.
How popular is that aspect of this? Because currently I am in mobile testing, and we have plans to automate sometime in future.
Right, mobile also, see, it's currently we are even doing mobile testing, okay, but you have to, suppose you are working on Android, you have to download Android SDK and you have to do some settings on your mobile, then develop code. It is a separate vast subject.
Okay.
Okay.
So what will it be covered in this training? Any part of it?
In this, no. So initial basic, how to do settings and how whether we can work with mobiles or not, only that. Okay, but we are not moving ahead. But it is very simple. So once you get familiar with this coding, mobile testing is almost similar, but settings and other are something different. But coding part is almost similar. That's it.
Okay. Does it also provide virtual devices? Selenium?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But sometimes people are migrating to, so currently we are using Eclipse. Eclipse also free. But some new tools came like Appium, okay, and others. So in Appium, when you associate your Selenium jars, it will give you provision to work with mobiles as well. So that kind of some other third-party tools came. Okay. So but the jars we are using are Selenium jars only.
Okay.
So that is it is a separate subject.
Okay.
So better to learn step by step. So in driver, so whatever the subject we are learning, so lot of examples I will provide each and every example we will discuss in okay. So driver wise, or you go with Java, okay. So Java also a lot of examples we will discuss. So many huge list is there, each and every area we will discuss. So that is it is something different than the other trainings.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Right then. So I am planning for Monday. Okay. So discuss with the consultancy.
Okay.
SSCyient consultancy, and let them know your feasible time. What I suggest is you come with a strict timetable daily. That should be okay, similar.
Okay.
Because sometimes what will happen, you will be in a different assumption, I will be in a different assumption. That way the classes will be delayed.
Okay.
And one more thing, that you will, if at all you continuously listen my classes, then that will be okay. You can understand easily. Otherwise, every day is new day for you.
Yeah.
And practice is very important. Practice is definite. Otherwise, so it is like I am learning, you are listening. That kind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so
So
much.
once you confirm, I'll share even okay, whatever the material, whatever we so as per the agreement. So I need to get a confirmation from consultancy. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you then.
Okay. Thanks, Vinay. Have a good day.
Right. Right. Good night. Bye.